Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR HaLacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Thursday, 18th day of July, 15th day of Tamuz. Now, you've probably heard this from me a bunch of times. Hope you're not tired of hearing it. The 17th of Tammuz is this Shabbos. We won't be fasting on Shabbos. We'll push off the fast until Sunday, and we'll observe it then. But we've already skipped ahead to the laws of the 9 days because we need to get a lot of that done before the 9 days arrive. We started to tell you yesterday that construction, especially on joyous things around your house, like the beautiful new awning that's going to be so beautiful in your backyard, or the enclosure that's going to close in your deck, and all those kinds of building projects that are so joyous and everything. You're not supposed to do them during the 9 days. Now, sometimes it could happen that a non-Jewish contractor was doing some work for you, started you know, back in June, and the job's just dragging on, and it's dragging on right into the 9 days. What do you do then? Technically, if he has to continue, technically he can, because you hired him long before the 9 days, and the job really wasn't even scheduled for the 9 days. It just dragged into the 9 days. But the look of beautiful, beautifying work being done in your house as the 9 days approach doesn't look too nice. So if it is suggested that if you can offer the contractor a little bit of money and say, look, how about here's X amount of dollars. I'm not talking 5,000, but I don't know, 100, a few hundred, and say, how about delaying the project? Go start somewhere else. And I know it'll mess you up a little, but here's a couple $100 to sweeten the pot, and come back to me right after the 9 days are over. I mean, if he agrees to that, that would be a fantastic solution, and you should do that. If you have any work that needs to be done around your house, like a pipe that's leaking, which is causing damage to the house, you do not have to feel guilty about doing that during the 9 days, because that's to prevent future damage from your house, and you're allowed to do that. If you're doing construction at a shul, or you're doing construction that involves a mitzvah, like building a fence around your roof area where, it's called a makah, something to prevent people from falling off a high spot in your house, you're allowed to continue those kinds of projects, or like the building of a mikvah. These are buildings that are, for mitzvah, and those kinds of projects are allowed to continue right through the 9 days. Okay, thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.